Sorry.
Okay, good.
What's that?
That was
Good
mine.
afternoon, everybody. I'm going to be muting everyone, if that's okay, so that we don't have any background noise. You're welcome to unmute yourself at any point if you have any questions. Today is Friday. Today is September 11th, and I want to dedicate today's Torah learning to all of those who perished on this day, who were murdered brutally, and those very, very, very infamous terrorist attacks on our great United States of America. I want to share with you a thought because I remember I was all shooken up. I was actually in New Jersey at the time, in Yeshiva in South Jersey, in Lakewood, New Jersey. And I said, I heard it, and we were sitting there next to the radio, and we could not believe what was going on. And I remember I said, I can't believe that those Twin Towers that I grew up with, looking at them, in New York, I can't believe that they're not there. And I drove up to New York City, said, I need to see this for myself. And just a few weeks earlier, I was flying with my father. My father is a pilot, as many of you may know. I was flying with my father just a few weeks earlier down the Hudson River, around Lady Liberty, and back north up the Hudson River, which was, always a treat to see the Twin Towers from so close, like 200 feet away from or maybe more. It seemed to be like 200 feet away from the Twin Towers, just going up the Hudson River. It was really, really magnificent, and it was gone. I couldn't believe it was gone, and all I saw was these billowing plumes of, smoke. Later that day, I was there, not in New York City because they closed down New York City, but I was on the Jersey side, and I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. They were gone. And that week was Rosh Hashanah. And I remember I was in Yardley, Pennsylvania for Rosh Hashanah. And the rabbi said a most magnificent idea. He said that Moses came down from the mountain at Sinai. And what did he do? He saw that there was idolatry. He saw that there were Jews who were distancing themselves from Hashem. So what did he do? He took the tablets and he broke them. And the rabbi said, the tablets of the United States of America were also broken. Those two towers were our tablets. They were the symbol of America. You came in from the East Coast, you saw those Twin Towers, and everyone looked at them, and everyone came to see them. I remember when my rabbi came he came to Boston for treatments for his son, and him and his wife, both very, very Israeli, but they had heard about the Twin Towers. And now when I went to pick them up and drove them into Brooklyn, New York, and we were passing by the BQE, the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, and you can see the beautiful towers. And I remember they were asking me, like, these are those towers? Like, they're so enormous, they're so amazing. These are the towers. And yes, those were the tablets, so to speak, representing America, freedom, opportunity. And those tablets were broken. Why were they broken? We may never know. But if we look through history, we will see that every time a tragedy befell a people, there was a reason behind it. And perhaps what followed after was the lesson that we needed to learn, which was an unbelievable kindness. When I was able to go to New York City, and I wanted to see it from up close, and I remember them going truckloads of steel twisted like it was like, those little twist ties? Those little twist ties? You just like turn them on a bag, right? That's what the steel of that building looked like. It looked like a child took those twist ties and just wrapped them around, played with them, toyed with them. Or my kids sometimes like to play with these paper clips and they bend it around and they untwist it. That's what these steel pieces of, right? And you're talking about enormous pieces. It looks like a child just mangled them and twisted them. But the kindness you were able to see was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. You were able to see in New York City, they're always aggressive. Like, you never try to merge into a lane in New York City. Just don't try to do it. Have your driver do it for you, right? Because they're so aggressive. It really is. It's astonishing. September 12th, September 13th, September 14th. You can go to New York City, and you saw the kindest people. You saw people who were willing to give the right of way. You saw people who were willing to share, to give of themselves, of their time, of their money, of their sweat, blood, and tears, holding each other's shoulders. And we saw in America that really got back to its senses. We saw in America that said, you know what? We're running after materialism, we're running after everything, but really what is this pursuit that we're running after? Let's be kind, let's be friendly, let's be loving again. And I think that that's a very, very important reminder every year to remind ourselves of what is our real, I was listening yesterday to a CEO of a company being interviewed, and he was asked a question, and I was shocked by how beautiful his answer was. The question he was asked was, what is your definition of success? And he said what I've been saying for years. Most people think success is how much money you have, how well you do in business. And he said exactly what I've been saying for years. Success is how good of a friend you are. Success is how good of a parent you are. Success is how good of a spouse you are. That is success. If you're able to build a good, solid family, you're able to be a good friend, that's success. Money, that may be a milestone. That may be a goal, but that's not success. Success is how good of a person you become. And I think that our goals needed to be shifted. And that's perhaps where Hashem is telling us, you see these icons of quote unquote success, where only the upper class work there, where only the Fortune 500 companies work there. That's not success. Success is be a good neighbor. Success is be a good friend. Reach out to your fellow man. Be selfless. That is our reminder on September 11th. Let's not let a day like this, and every day that we have in our calendar, in the Jewish calendar, we know brings back a certain power, brings back a certain ability to connect, a certain ability to reinvigorate those same experiences that were back then. We have the same ability today to think of all of those who lost their lives, all of the amazing stories that unfolded after, of heroism, of selflessness, of caring, of concern, of leadership that came from that. And let's try to incorporate them into our lives. Let's try to become better people, better citizens, better friends, better neighbors, better parents, better spouses because of it. So we're going to sign off here from our Facebook live stream, and just wanted to share a little thought for September 11th, commemorating the lives of so many people who passed away, many Jews as well. But every life matters. Every life has a parent who gave birth to that child, and a child who was influenced by that person, and a spouse who was waiting for that person to come home. These are lives, these are families that were shattered. So let's keep them in our thoughts and our prayers, in our growth, and let it be a merit for them that we hopefully change because of this.